We did things there, but we try to have a lot of fun.
Were you there at the Halloween party in the hangar? I dressed up as a clown, and everybody said it's only proper. I thought that was a poor taste.
It was poor taste.
Yeah.
That's the only time that they could really say something.
I got that picture somewhere. I'll bring that in and put it on my wall. Yeah. It was great. That was great.
But there were just good times. I don't know how many of you experienced this, but in Alaska, being there 2 years, you would laugh at anything just to laugh. It didn't matter what it was, a little nothing became very funny. But when I got home, my family didn't think well of it. Here something was said at the table, I would laugh, and just keep laughing, and pretty soon they said, we think we might have to do something with this thing. But this man right here, and I just want to honor him right now, before we go any further. He asked me to do this. I mean, I'm only kidding. But he, if anyone had a problem, you didn't have to ask to go see him. He was there for it, because he was there for me during a time of problem in my life and up there. And so there was always that special, real care that I had for this beloved CO for all of us. And so, without further ado, my wife will help me. And we saw those stars on him, and they were too small. We found they were too small, so we got some new ones. Here you.
Oh yeah, I'll wear those with great joy.
Great joy. Okay.
McCartney and Woody.
Well, I want you to open that one first.
Money.
Brown, what do they call him? A brown what? Something?
At this difficult time, as we all are approaching the rocking chair, we are thinking of you at this time and extending heartfelt understanding and sympathy from all the old people of the 3rd RSM. I cleaned that up a little bit. RSM with genuine love. God bless all the guys. Isn't that very nice? That's nice.
Sympathy before the good one. Before the Z.
Okay, these paid for?
No. No. Up to you. Sherry,
thank you very much. Hey, how about that? Just to see you again. I was in Baltimore in 1967. Missed you. Ray Kellogg, this Seal Beach, California. A new recruit says a CO for years to come. Sincerely, Joe Gray, God bless you. Glad to be together again. And this is Santos, right? Oh, there it is, yeah, sure. My God, I saw you. And this, I'll never forget flying back from Point Barrow with you. I never remember. I mean, I never forget coming back from Point Barrow as many times as I went up there. Yeah, with you to Anchorage. Royce Renfro. Yeah, Royce Renfro. Daniel L. Grimsley. My hearing's bad, my sight's bad. I'm bad.
Our writing isn't so great.
You be my CO. That's Dave.
That's me.
Oh, yes, Dave.
Bad writing.
Huh?
That's bad writing. That's all. You're all right.
And all the ones who something make you can't make it or couldn't make it.
Yeah. What's he writing in crypto for, Dave? Come on,
we need a TA guy here.
That's nice. That's awful nice. God bless you all, love you, and thank you for coming. Now, this is not the end of the show.
Hey, no, this is continuing on. We want to present you with your 2 stars.
Okay. That's a Hummer, boy. Oh, I got
Is it heavy?
Watch out.
Yeah. It's bad enough, you know, I'm a short guy, I could have a hernia out of this.
But,
You serious about getting this one? Okay, Jim,
yeah, mine is too.
I've nicknamed it. It's terrible, I got a memory about how long, it's so bad these days. In due course, we'll have this open.
That's all right.
Well, gentlemen, a lot of people have Alzheimer's disease, but the nicest thing about that is you meet new people every day.
Oh, yes, that's true, yeah.
Well, the price is...
Box of cigars, oh boy.
Hey.
I'm kidding. Oh, Joe said. Oh my God, isn't that something? Oh, that's something. I get my bearings and the whole thing. This. No, I'm supposed to open this all.
Yeah, open it up. We want you to read it. That's easy to read.
Oh my God, isn't this something? This is a wonderful quartz clock from Danbury, and it has my name on it. You will always be our CO, 3rd RSM.
Absolutely.
That's really something. That is really something, and I am certainly indebted to Dave.
This doesn't end there.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's good, but that will tell you how to use this.
Oh, well,
That clock will tell you how to use it. Absolutely.
I need all the help I can get, even how to use a clock. Yeah, I tell you, that's right. That's absolutely right. Well, I'll tell you, this president should have spent your money. Oh, this is,
We'll have to set that up. Because it's highly technical.
okay.
But
Highly
it was,
Well,
oh,
I-
They really help them out. They made it work so much.
Wow.
the gentleman.
Oh, my goodness, holy goodness, is this all part of that? My goodness, look at this.
Oh, okay. I was,
Off we go, you guys. Off we go into the wide, wide yonder. Off we go into the sun. Down we dive, feeding a flame from under. And a boy, give her the gun. With one hell of a roar, we live in fame, go down in flame. Nothing can stop the Army Air Force. U.S. Air Force. Well, that's great. That is just wonderful. I appreciate it.
Hey, Dave, you gonna fill it up?
God bless you. No, well, see,
I know you will have no trouble,
No, with the-
whatever, filling that
the
up.
kind of
It's
stuff
empty,
that goes in
I'll
there,
empty it.
it might spoil the whole thing. Here, say, I'll tell you what, I ought to spend a little time. You've reminded me of so many things. I was reminded of the SSO who lost his life because some general said you ought to put a radar up on the hill at Gamble, and I was reminded, and I'm frequently reminded of this one. I visited one of our sites, Naknek, down in South Alaska. Some of you have been to the site at Naknek. I'm sure you have, yes. And it turns out that I had a C-47 taking me around the area. I forgot, we had gone to some other sites, to some Army sites, and didn't go to any Navy sites because there weren't any around there. They were all at sea. But we piled into the airplane to come back. There were just three of us. There was the pilot, Nick, let's see, I wrote his name down here someplace. Nick. It's a name I've said I'd never forget. But I forgot I've said that, I guess. There was a C-47, and we were coming back to Elmendorf, and we had about 200 odd miles to fly from Naknek back to Elmendorf. We hit Bruin Bay, which is somewhat south of Elmendorf, and we ran into the damnedest here I can't bring it.
Turbulence.
What's that?
Turbulence.
Turbulence. That's the word. Isn't that something? It's hard sometimes. The turbulence was just fantastic. We stood up on our side. We had, oh, by the way, we throttled back. And so that we didn't bring any more, make more of a problem of this terrible turbulence. But it was dreadful. It was just very bad. And we finally got out of it and landed back at Elmendorf. And there was a guy known to me as Ed Berg. Ed said to me, well, I'd been an instructor at the Air Command and Staff School, and he had been there when I was there. He was an instructor as well. He came up to when we opened the door on the aircraft, I stood in the center. He was standing out, I guess maybe 20 feet away. He said, John, where the hell have you been with that airplane? I said, Jesus, Ed, we just come through, I'm sorry we're late. He said, I've got to go up north to, what's the town up there in the north?
No.
Huh? No, he's going up to the central, that's the...
Fairbanks.
Huh?
Fairbanks.
It's what?
Fairbanks.
Fairbanks, yeah, it's Fairbanks. Thank you for helping me with that. My hearing shot too. And he said, I got guys standing around here waiting, and I've got mail, and I said, Ed, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. But we could not make the time that we wanted to make because of that damn turbulence. So I said, you better take a look at that airplane. And as I left the airplane with the pilot, we walked towards the op shack. I turned around, and he was under the airplane. He was inspecting it, and in due course, when I came out of the ops shack, I saw him over there checking the parachute. He was pulling on him, make sure everybody. And then I hopped in a Jeep and with the pilot, and we took off. And an hour later, he was dead. The airplane came unglued off of Mount McKinley, and I had that airplane in which our people were killed. Not all of them, but that was the same aircraft that plowed in up there at McKinley. And that gives you pause for thought. You know, I said, my God, just a little more turbulence. Because it wasn't long after I got out of the airplane, the wing came off up there by McKinley. And so help me God, that is a true story. Yes, sir.
Colonel, isn't it a fact that that particular aircraft is that the same one that LeDuc was on?
Yes.
We had 5 survivors.
Same aircraft, same number.
Same
Oh,
aircraft.
yeah, same airplane.
Same time?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned Ed Burge, who was
Yes.
the co-pilot in that airplane,
Right.
and my friend.
Well, I knew LeDuc pretty well. He was a good friend of mine. Was on the same trip. And I'd like to mention a couple things about that flight. There was a colonel who was going up.
Was he the Britisher?
Pardon?
Was he the Britisher you're talking about?
I'm not positive, but he was going up north. I don't know whether to Nome or to one of the other outposts. And